Good morning, students. Now, in this video, we shall discuss the rest of the part of the poem, My Last Duchess. So, today in the morning, in the first phase, we left the poem here in this line and seemed as they would ask me if they durst. So, as we were discussing, the Duke of Ferrara, who is a speaker in this poem, he is addressing or he is talking to the messenger who has come at the castle of the Duke to talk about the engagement of his master, Count's daughter, with Duke. And he is showing the portrait of his last duchess to the messenger. So, in the next line, how such a glance came there, so not the first are you turned and asked thus. So, Duke is telling to the messenger, okay, you are not the first person. So, you have developed this idea in your mind that you would like to ask me that how such a glance, how the depth of passion and earnest glance came on the cheeks of the duchess. There were many visitors who came here and they looked at the picture of my last duchess, and it seemed to me that they also wanted to ask me the same question which is emerging in your mind. So, here in these lines, the poet he describes indirectly the character of the Duke. Sir, it was not her husband's presence only. Called that spot of joy into the Duchess's cheek. Perhaps Fra Pandolf chanced to say, her mental lapse over my lady's rest too much, or pant must never hope to reproduce the faint half plus that dies along her throat. Such stuff was Kirsty. So, Duke is speaking to the messenger, sir, you think that this spot of joy which appeared on the cheeks of the last duchess, it was not because I was there, I was present there when Fra Pandolf was painting the picture of my last duchess. Sir, this spot of joy, it appeared on the face of the last duchess not because the Duke was there. Duke wants to tell that to the messenger that the spot of joy which appeared on the cheeks of the last duchess, it is not because of that he was present there and the duchess, she looked at her husband and she gave a smile. He says her mental lapse, mental means gown, clock. It might be possible that her mental lapse means covers. Her mental lapse over my lady's wrist too much, or pant must never hope to reproduce the faint. It might be possible that the gown that has covered so much part of my lady's wrist. And the painter, at that time, it might be possible that he was not able to paint the beautiful wrist of the lady. So it might be possible that the painter, he requested to the lady to uncover her wrist so he could paint the beauty of the wrist completely. So Duke wants to tell the messenger that a spot of joy which appeared on the cheeks of the lady not because of he was present there. It appeared on the face or the cheeks of the lady because the painter made a request to the lady to uncover her wrist, and she uncovered the wrist, and for that remark or for that request it might be possible that the last duchess, she made a remark of courtesy. That's why this spot of joy, this appeared on the cheeks of the lady. Next, Duke tells the messenger, she thought and cause enough for following up the spot of joy. So, this spot of joy appeared because of the remark of Kirsty. She had a heart, how shall I say? Again, Duke is speaking to the messenger that I am unable to describe her qualities. Which kind of heart she had? You don't know. She was a different kind of woman. And I am unable to tell you that she had a heart, how shall I say? She was the lady too soon made glad and too easily impressed. So she was a different kind of lady. She became easily glad and easily impressed by anyone. She liked whatever she looked on, and her looks went everywhere. And she liked whatever the things she looked on, and her looks went everywhere. So, how shall I express to you? Duke is speaking to the messenger that she was a different kind of lady. She was that kind of lady too soon made glad and too easily impressed by anyone. And she liked everything, and her looks went everywhere. Either it was ordinary thing or very gracious and very beautiful things. So she loved and she respected the very ordinary person, very layman, and also the very aristocratic and middle class people. So she was that kind of lady. She had such type of qualities in her. So that is the explanation of these few lines today, and rest of the part of this poem we discuss in the next video. Thank you very much.